And it has been horrific to watch these self-proclaimed feminists, a la Emma Watson, the person who was made, essentially, by the wizarding world of Harry Potter, who says to the public that she's a feminist, how quickly she was willing to throw J.K. Rowling at the bus.
Many people instantly connect with Emma Watson, particularly those who grew up watching her portray Hermione Granger. Raised in the public eye, she became one of Hollywood's early feminist icons, a passionate activist and advocate for gender equality and social justice. Her powerful speeches, including the memorable UN address for the He for She campaign, solidified her as a role model and a champion for progressive causes, earning her admiration as a hero to many.
UN Secretary General, President of the General Assembly, Executive Director of UN Women, and distinguished guests. Today, we are launching a campaign called He for She. I am reaching out to you because we need your help. We want to end gender inequality.
But here's the twist. Lately, that flawless, picture-perfect image of Emma Watson seems to be showing signs of wear, and some might even call it hypocritical. So, how did Hollywood's feminist darling end up facing backlash from the very fans who once cheered her on?
A zillion followers, she's a big celebrity. She wanted her Instagram feed to look nice, while showing support for BLM. Savaged her. Because, well, one, because it was slacktivism.
Buckle up, because this story has everything from social media scandals to astrology and, of course, the beloved wizarding world we all know and love. Let us rewind to the moment things began to unravel, her very public split from the woman who gave her the role that catapulted her to global fame, J.K. Rowling. You might think Emma would feel some gratitude toward the author who essentially turned her into a superstar, but instead, as soon as Rowling shared her controversial views on gender and biology, Emma distanced herself. She aligned herself firmly with Hollywood's ultra-progressive narrative, releasing statements in support of trans identities and subtly calling out Rowling's views. But was this a principled stand, or was there more to it that's what got people talking? For many fans, it wasn't just Emma's disagreement with Rowling that sparked outrage, it was the way she publicly distanced herself, some would say coldly. The internet quickly noticed and slammed Emma for seemingly abandoning one of the most successful female authors of all time. Critics saw it as a betrayal. Here was Emma, a champion for women, turning her back on another woman in what seemed like an attempt to score Hollywood points. Fans started to see cracks in Emma's carefully crafted feminist image. But it didn't stop there. Emma's woke transformation took on a new intensity. She dove headfirst into every trendy cause, even weighing in on one of today's most controversial topics, trans children. She made headlines for sharing an experience with a 6-year-old trans child, claiming it changed her views on gender. The internet had plenty to say, with many arguing that it was inappropriate to place such a label on a young child who can't yet grasp the complexities of gender. But Emma framed it as a profound moment of enlightenment, suggesting it fueled her activism. Critics, however, weren't buying it, calling it out as performative virtue signaling.
I met and I'm in contact with a 6-year-old trans child. That also really hit home in a really different way of realising
the real people at the heart of these discussions.
Yeah.
As Emma continued to champion more and more causes, people started to question whether any of it was genuine. Was she truly passionate about these issues, or was she simply riding Hollywood's trendy activism wave to keep her fans engaged? It was a hard pill to swallow. She had once embodied the fierce, outspoken Hermione Granger, a character defined by loyalty and authenticity. But now, it seemed like her real-life counterpart was losing her way. And then came the astrology. Oh yes, this is where things got downright strange. In a lengthy Instagram post, Emma shared her admiration for Saturn. Yes, Saturn. She went on about something called her Saturn return, an astrological event in which Saturn supposedly returns to the same position it occupied at your birth, often said to trigger major life changes. Emma's post read like a love letter to the planet, with her thanking it for teaching her how to be a woman. She even included anecdotes about cutting her thumbnails while cooking and finding a new connection to witches. Fans were left baffled. Was this really the same Emma Watson they had admired all these years?
I'm here for all of the witches.
The post went viral not because it was inspiring, but because people had no idea how to process it. Whether it was genuine influence or not, it felt like a stretch, even for her most loyal followers. Social media had a field day with it, of course, with many questioning whether Emma had finally lost touch with reality. Her once thoughtful, focused activism now seemed to resemble something more like a Hollywood parody. Fans couldn't help but wonder, is this what Hollywood does to you? But wait, it gets even stranger. Emma made headlines once more when she declared that she was self-partnered. Instead of simply saying she was single, she announced that she was her own partner.
I never believed the whole "I'm happy single" spiel. I was like, this is spiel.
Yeah.
This is totally
Isn't it
spiel.
interesting we take
I
everything back to
know.
unpack?
It took me a long time, but I'm very happy. I call it being self-partnered.
Right. Jo, I've got a really stupid question on here, and you don't have to answer it.
The post went viral, not because it was inspiring, but because people were left puzzled. Whether it was genuine or just a phase, it felt like a stretch, even for her most loyal followers. Social media exploded, with many wondering if Emma had finally lost touch with reality. Her once sharp, purposeful activism now seemed to take on the tone of a Hollywood parody. Fans couldn't help but ask, is this what Hollywood does to you? But the oddities didn't stop there. Emma made headlines again when she announced she was self-partnered. Rather than just saying she was single, she declared herself her own partner.
Sure, that's a real full spell. Well, it's not very good, is it?
And the fans have taken notice. Some believe this is exactly what Emma deserves for turning her back on J.K. Rowling, while others are genuinely saddened to see their Hermione fade from the spotlight. It's a complicated mix of nostalgia, betrayal, and poetic irony. But if you strip away the Hollywood glamour, the hashtags, and the trends, what's left? Emma Watson built her brand on feminism, social justice, and speaking out for what's right. Yet, when it came to defending the woman who made her a star, she turned her back. For many fans, that was the ultimate betrayal. It's not just about one disagreement with Rowling, it's about loyalty and integrity. People admired her for standing by her beliefs, but critics argue that those beliefs crumbled when they clashed with Hollywood's current agenda. The lesson here: Hollywood's obsession with wokeness only goes so far. When public opinion shifts, it's easy to be cast aside no matter how many causes you take on or how many trends you follow. Emma's fall from grace is a stark reminder that no amount of performative activism can shield you when the public starts questioning what you truly stand for.
People to examine their own privilege.
Social media is a really interesting space. I'm always trying to figure out how to take care of myself, self-care. Reading comments that are intended to be nothing other than cruel and unkind is not good for my psyche on a daily basis. However, oh my goodness, yeah.
So, what do you think? Has Emma lost her way, or is she just adapting to a changing world? Was her split from Rowling a principled stand, or just another move to stay relevant? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that like button if you are into more stories that peel back the curtain on Hollywood's biggest stars. And if you want to stay up to date on the latest entertainment drama, make sure to subscribe. You won't want to miss what's coming next.